What are some crazy World War II facts you know? When in retreat, the Nazis would booby-trap pictures on the walls and leave them slightly crooked. They did this to entice officers to straighten them and set off an explosion. Winston Churchill had an oxygen mask for flying in airplanes specially made for him that would allow him to smoke cigars while he had the mask on. Kyoungjong was a Korean soldier who fought in the Japanese, Soviet, and Nazi Germany armies. He was caught by U.S. forces in France. A Finnish soldier took a whole bottle of Pilecki and skied 400 kilometers in a matter of days. He was high for 14 days. The United States produced 150% more planes in 1944 alone than Japan did in the whole war. Coco Chanel was an avid Nazi supporter. https://www.hbs.edu/faculty/pages/item.aspx num equals 54412 hash tilde text equals during %20 world %20 war %20 II %2c %20 Chanel intelligence %20 operative %20 for %20 the %20 Nazis. I know about a bloke called Mad Jack Churchill who always went into battle with a saber and said, "Oh, soldier without his saber is improperly dressed." Most of the Allied powers were fine with an aggressive dictator invading one or two countries, as long as he promised to stop there. He didn't stop there. Maybe it is important to remember this. The sailors of the USS Texas flooded their own ship to elevate the guns a little more so they could reach out and touch a few more Germans. During the Battle of Castle Itter, https://en.wikipedia.org/wiki/Austrian_resistance. The USA Army, German Army, French prisoners, and the Austrian resistance fought the SS. Germans know the melting point of a human. The Japanese resorted to cannibalism when food supplies would run short. If there were no dead bodies to harvest, they chose who would be the next meal with the short straw method. The British Sten is the pipe bomb equivalent of a machine gun. And they are very much still in circulation. More U.S. soldiers died in World War II in accidents, automobile, plane crashes, fires, falls, etc., than combat deaths in the Vietnam War. Soviet city of Leningrad was surrounded directly. WWII blockade lasted 2 years, 4 months, 2 weeks and 5 days. One man, a Canadian, freed a town in the Netherlands from the Germans. Oh, and he did it while wearing an eye patch. https://en.m.wikipedia.org/wiki/Leo_major. Wojtek, the Syrian brown bear who served in WWII, Battle of Monte Cassino. The Russians suffered more losses on an average day than the Americans did on D-Day. Biggest naval battle in the Atlantic theater was between Britain and France. The Germans invented meth for part of Hitler's super soldier program. I didn't learn this until I was 28 years old, well after spending months in school covering the war and time period. There's a tree. I think it is about 500 years old but can't remember. That survived the bombing of Hiroshima. It still stands in the past city. The USA had the fifth largest navy at the start of the war. When the war ended, not only was the USA the largest navy, but it was larger than all the other navies in the world put together. After Pearl Harbor, the US had 4 aircraft carriers. Just 2 years later they had 90. Christopher Lee, the actor, was British Special Forces and a spy, and so was the inspiration for James Bond. Hitler's normal-speaking voice was recorded during a meeting with Finnish President Mannerheim. You can find the recording on YouTube. There was a large number of black soldiers that abandoned the US and stayed in France. Witold Pilecki volunteered to go undercover into Auschwitz. If Winston Churchill had been killed during World War II, then the South African Jan Smuts would have been appointed PM of the UK. It was ended in a cinema by Shoshana. The one bomb dropped to Berlin killed the zoo's only elephant. The US had a sailing ship in service as active warship, very briefly, and the biggest success was that it reached a port at the end of the only mission. You know, the more I hear about this Hitler fellow, the less I care for him. It has never ended, as there wasn't a single day of peace, and Russia is still officially at war with Japan. Fanta was created so the Coca-Cola company could sell a drink in Nazi Germany, as normal Coke was banned. It's technically a Nazi drink. Trench coats, bomber jackets, knit undershirts, pea coats, chino pants, and aviator glasses all have roots in World War II military clothing. There was a soldier who served in 3 different armies for 3 different countries in his lifetime. One of the armies was Nazi Germany's. A lot of the information that German scientists gathered during the war helped American win the space race, since a lot of them moved to America and worked for NASA. Don't forget to share, like and subscribe for more content.